So this is the LED light that you get with it. I'll just show you it there. Two sets of white and one blue. There is a switch at the back. I'll just turn on my main light so you can see the switch there. That's for both of them on, white and blue. That's off, and that's just the blue. I've had this tank up about a week now. I got some fry in there, yellow labs, seem to be doing fine. I only bought this tank for my fry, but you could have one or two full-size fish in there. Salt water, or fresh, or even cold. I'll just show you the filter. It's at the back here. There's a room for your heater if you have one. This will fit a 50-watt small size heater. You can get Papa Nano ones, so that's hidden away nice and neat. That's the first filter compartment. Overflows into there, as you can see. Some dirt's already in there, then flows up this bit, and this is where the pump is. My pump's not in at the minute. The pump, just took it out to show you. It's a very small one. There's a little thing there that you can control the flow rate. It just covers it up and so on. This connects to this bit of tubing. Now I've cut this tubing and made it longer. I'll tell you why a bit later on. So this is the pump. That's the bit that goes on there just to cover it up, and this pump goes in that way inside this bit there, down in that one there. Obviously it takes the water from the bottom, brings it up and out. You'll see there's a bit of plastic shoved in an hole there. This tubing goes into that hole like so, and then you have this little nozzle that you can point in any direction. So is the tank any good? For the price I paid for it, which is about £35, free postage, it's not a bad tank. If you want one for the same idea as me to have your fry in, then I do recommend it. One little thing just to consider is on the left hand side of this tank there in the corner, you'll have some little grooves in it. It lets the water into here. The grooves are quite big, and my fry was actually swimming in there. They're swimming around the heater, which is not good. So I put a bit of sponge in the bottom there just to stop them getting through. I've had to take the sponge out because it's got blocked up, and if that sponge gets blocked up, it stops this from filling up with water, because the pump thinks it's dry, which means this heater will run dry, which is not good. So I don't recommend you put the sponge in like I did. So I've just put some gravel over the holes there, and it seems to just draw the water through the gravel. But that's only a temporary fix for now. So anyway, the tank is good. It's made out of acrylic, also known as perspex. I actually ordered the black version, and they sent me a white one. So I'm in a bit of an argument at the minute with them, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So yeah, the light's okay. I mean, it's alright for this, but to be honest with you, it could do with being a little bit brighter. But the colour of it is quite nice. I'll just turn off my main light. I don't know if you can see it very well. You'll have to just excuse that black cable. That's just the thermometer, just to check the temperatures are okay. Turn the light back on. Okay, so why have I took the pump out and cut this and blocked up this hole? Well, I don't know if you can see where that, it says there, water level should be there, and this nozzle there sticks out of the hole underneath the water. And what I was noticing is because this is underneath here and the water level's above it, it wasn't moving the top of the water, so it wasn't putting any oxygen into the tank. So after about 3 days, my fish were all at the top gulping for oxygen. which is easy to sort out. You just put an air stone in it, like I've got one here. Just put that in there, and they've been okay. Now, if you're like me and you don't want an air stone in it, you want to keep it, you know, as nice and tidy as possible. What I'm going to do is buy some black Perspex, the same size as this back panel. You can get them to cut it to size for you, which I have, and I've ordered it and it's on its way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill an hole in it for this to slot in, but I'm going to glue it to the back of this Perspex here, so it covers this hole up, and I'll have a new hole. And I'm going to do, when I drill the hole again, I'm going to drill a hole for this just there, so I'll be able to plug that in like so there, so it'll just be there, and then that way I can direct it down if I want it really quiet, or if I want it to oxygenate the water as well, I can aim it up a bit. So that's really the only design fault with this fish tank, I personally think. So if you want to do the same as me, I'll show you videos afterwards how to do it. It's very easy. I mean, all you want to do is put that hole further up and block that hole. So I'm just going to buy a piece of Perspex, glue it on so it covers that hole up, and just drill a new hole for this to go through. And obviously, because the hole's further up, the original tube is not long enough anymore. So you just buy a bit of tube, you chop the original in half, push this half into a bit of tubing that you buy from the shop, and then glue the other end to there. So you'll see, if I can show you like that, so that will be there, and it'll go down to there, and then obviously this connects, it just pushes straight into the pump there, and that'll sit at the bottom of the tank there. So yeah, and I want to change the background to black anyway, so and what I'm going to do is, like I say, you can't see it in a minute, but there's little grooves in the back where it sucks water in. I'm going to cut some smaller ones so the fry can't get through, in the black acrylic as well. So I'm actually doing a lot of jobs with one thing. So you can fit bio balls in there. Once you put your pump in, you can put a load of your bio balls and stuff. I've got some in a glass jar there. These are the smaller versions, £3 for all these. Could have done with 100 grams, so I could probably do with 200 grams of these smaller ones to fill that up. Yeah, because there's not enough here, so 200 grams of the small ceramic bios will fill that up nicely for you. I've just washed them at the minute and took them out, so they're not in at the minute. So what do you get with it? Well, obviously you get the tank, you get the top cover, you get the light, and you get some of the sponges, and that is it. Nothing else. So yeah, you can fit small heaters in there like I have. Again, I'm going to get some acrylic cut to this size, put an hole in the middle like that, so this can sit into it. So it just holds it dead flat, so the heater's not touching any of the sides or anything. Like I say, you can get nano heaters for that. I think that's about it. I've just stood it on some white paper so you can just see it a bit better. My table's made out of glass, so you'll only see all my junk underneath the table. So it's got Perspex round legs. Also as well, is once I've made a Perspex sheet for this bit of Perspex that I'm going to put on this bit here is going to be see-through, so I can keep an eye on, you know, if the filters are getting blocked and stuff. I'm actually going to install this just to tell me the temperatures. I'm going to install it in the Perspex there, like so. So you can just look over to check the temperature every now and then, because you don't get anything like that with this. So overall, yeah, it's okay. I will be actually taking this off and putting one of them 3 watt lead ones that you can get. I think it's MR16 connection ones. If you just type in MR16 lead, it'll come up and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to swap it for one of them. They have 3 leads in. It's cheaper than buying the upgraded versions of these, and it'll be a whole lot better as well. I will post a video on how to make one when I get round to it. Just got all the parts to come yet. So that's basically it. I've not had a problem. The glass is easy to clean. It's going through its cycle, and at the minute I've put some of my my fish tank water in there, old fish tank water, and some old, so it is going. Before anybody says, "Oh, you're cycling with fish," I'm not actually cycling with fish. So yeah, I think that's about everything.